welcome back to K-Pop Spotlight TV. Today, we're doing a deep dive into one of the most talked about legal battles in K-pop history, the dispute between NewJeans, Adair, and HYBE. A recent column from the Media Watch portal suggested that the courts and even the president should step in and release NewJeans from their contract without penalty. The article argued with a lot of passion and emotion, but for a courtroom, emotion and sentiment don't win cases. We're going to break down 10 of those arguments and explain why, from a legal standpoint, they are unlikely to sway a judge. Because in court, facts and contracts, not feelings, are what matter. Number 1. The barbaric rulings argument. The columnist claims it's barbaric for a court to ban a musician's activities. However, in South Korean contract law, court-ordered injunctions to prevent contract violations are a standard legal tool. This isn't unique to K-pop, it's a way to enforce exclusive contracts across many industries. Calling a legally valid injunction barbaric is an emotional appeal, not a legal one. Number 2. The dirty money and power claim. The article repeatedly accuses Bang Si-hyuk of using dirty money and power. In a court, this is legally considered hearsay and character assassination. Unless the columnist can provide specific, verifiable evidence of illegal financial activity that directly relates to the case, this kind of personal attack has no legal standing and would be dismissed as irrelevant. Number 3. The abusive father analogy. The article quotes NewJeans' legal team using the metaphor of an abusive father. While this is a powerful emotional statement, it is a metaphor. To win a legal case, you must prove a breach of contract, not a strained family relationship. A court will focus on whether Adair has fulfilled its legal obligations, not on the personal feelings of the members toward Bang Si-hyuk. Number 4. The girls in their late teens argument. The columnist argues that the girls' emotional vulnerability should be a central consideration. In South Korean law, minors can enter contracts with parental consent and legal representation. The court would assume they entered the contract legally and with a clear understanding of its terms. Their age and emotional state are not a basis for contract voidance unless there's evidence of coercion, which is a very high legal bar to prove. Number 5. The other civilized countries comparison. The article states that in the US and Japan, activities are guaranteed and contracts are resolved through damages. This is a vast oversimplification. Injunctions to stop artists from working with another company are common in the US entertainment industry. Legal systems vary by country. What happens in the US or Japan has no legal bearing on a South Korean court. Number 6. The willing to abandon music threat. The statement that if forced to work with HYBE, the group will abandon music altogether, is a threat, not a legal argument. A court's job is to enforce contracts and provide a remedy for their breach, not to react to threats of artists quitting. Number 7. The Muhammad Ali analogy. The comparison to Muhammad Ali is emotionally compelling, but it's a completely different legal matter. Ali's case was about military conscription and freedom of religion, a constitutional issue. This is a civil dispute over a business contract. The two cases are not comparable from a legal standpoint. Number 8. The government intervention argument. The idea that the president or Ministry of Culture should intervene is a call for a violation of the separation of powers. In South Korea, the judiciary is independent. The government cannot step in and dictate the outcome of a civil lawsuit between private parties. This would set a dangerous precedent and undermine the entire legal system. Number 9. The zero penalty claim. The columnist asserts that the penalty should be zero because HYBE intended to destroy NewJeans. This is pure speculation. In a legal case, a penalty or fine is determined based on the terms of the contract and the financial damages caused by a breach. The court would require a detailed accounting of expenses, investments, and lost profits, not a subjective opinion about intent. Number 10. The stock manipulation accusation. The article accuses Bang Si-hyuk's group of repeatedly manipulated stock prices. This is a very serious legal allegation, but it's a separate legal issue. It would require a completely different lawsuit from a different set of plaintiffs, like investors and regulatory bodies, and is not relevant to whether NewJeans breached their exclusive contract with Adair. So, while the column makes for a fascinating emotional read, it's clear that these arguments simply wouldn't stand up in a court of law. Legal disputes are decided on evidence, contracts, and legal precedent, not on public sentiment or dramatic metaphors. What are your thoughts? Do you think the public's opinion and emotion should have a greater role in legal decisions, or should the law remain impartial? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to K-Pop Spotlight TV for more deep dives.